While you're watching this video, keep in mind one thing. Other gringos are not necessarily your friend, even if they're from where you are. Okay? Costa Rica experts. I'm an expert. You're an expert. I moved to Costa Rica 4 months ago, man. I know everything there is to know about Costa Rica. Ask me. Ask me. We're going to talk about this little trend. Maybe it's a warning. I'm not sure. We'll get into that in about 40 seconds. Guys, I'm Michael Lamb for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Want to show some love for 16 years of videos, living and traveling in Costa Rica. Free information, good information, solid information, talking about shit that other people won't touch. You can always buy me a coffee. It's a link in the description as well. You know I love coffee. I'm not sure if one cup will do it. But I would appreciate it. You guys, a lot of you've done that, and I totally appreciate it. So thank you for that. You know, we always have a relocation retreat coming up. This is no exception. If Costa Rica is on your radar, think you might want to live here, but you're not quite sure, this 6-7 day event is for you. Half information, half vacation, funish. I love it. It's my favorite thing, man. It's only 2 or 3 a year. I love doing them. I love meeting you, shooting the shit around the pool. I think by the end, you probably know whether Costa Rica is right for you. It's honey. We're going to Belize. All that information is also in the link in the description. Hey, I just did my April Fools, man. It's getting hard, man. It's getting hard. You guys that have watched me a while, man, I've been like doing that for 5 years, those April Fools. And man, you guys are making me go into the art, going into the vault and trying to find ways to. Now, I got a lot of people on this one, but a lot of people said, I knew it. I was like, damn it. Anyway, I'll get you next year. I'm going to catch you sleeping. Maybe not next year. At some point, I'll catch you sleeping. It was funny, though, real quick. That's been my lowest rated video in the last 6 months. I got a lot of thumbs down on that one. All right. All good. I don't care. All right. So let's talk about what's going on with this expert stuff. Okay, for some sort of context, let's go back. So when we got here, D'Angelo and I got here 20 years ago, the big thing was real estate. Everybody was selling real estate. Now, why was everybody selling real estate? Because you could. That's it. You could. You didn't have to live here. You could sell real estate, and people did. Almost 9 out of 10 websites you went to, they might have the monkeys. They might talk about biodiversity. They might talk about a culture and have a couple pictures, but that site was put there to sell you real estate. Trust me, that's how bad it was. The other 2 things people came down here to do to make a little money was yoga and massage. Yours truly did massage for about 13, 14 months here. Make a little extra cash, working under the table a little bit. It was easier to do back then. It was easier to do. I also worked at a coffee shop for a couple of years. Were you allowed to do that? No. No, the law states you can own a business without being a resident, but you can't work that business. You can own it, but you're not serving the pizza. You're not bringing the beer to the table. That's for the locals. That's what it's all about. But people used to skirt that law a lot. It was kind of funny when I was working at the coffee shop for a couple of years. The owner said, if anybody, because they used to check, people used to come around. I think it was immigration. I'm not sure. But it might have been the work people, the work ministry or whatever. And they're like, do you work here? And he said, just tell them you're volunteering, you're not getting paid. And that was kind of supposed workaround. I never got in trouble, but now they've been clamping down on that. They've been kind of clamping. You can't really come down here and go, I'll just be a bartender for a while to see what I want. No, you won't. Not going to happen. And that whole work permit thing, no. The work permits were a thing because tech was big here. So people like Dell, if they wanted you, you're from the States, they would help you get that work permit. But if you don't have somebody helping you, they do not give those out. So I'll get a work. No, you won't. You're not getting a work permit. All right. But anyway, that was it. Now we're fast forwarding. Now people are getting to other things. Oh, I'll get a house. I'll rent a house. I'll have some Airbnbs. I'm going to be a digital nomad. I'm going to work on the internet. I'm going to do some internet stuff. I'm going to teach English to the Chinese, or I'm going to sell solar panels for 4 hours a day. There's a lot of that going on. A lot of people trying to make some extra money. But what I've noticed is a lot of people are starting to offer services, service type stuff. It's not just like the whole massage, yoga, real estate thing. Real estate they're still doing that. It's still a problem. They're trying to make it so there's kind of some laws where, yeah, you're supposed to have a license, but trust me, well, we were selling real estate and I don't have a license. Don't do that anymore, by the way, but we were. So what's going on now is I know not everybody's on Instagram or TikTok, but I try to keep relevant, and I try to keep up. I try to keep what's going on, that kind of thing. And I'm seeing services, and the two I see a lot of is relocation and residency. So let's first talk about relocation. Now, my partner that we do the relocation retreat, like a million of you guys know her, Sarah. She does that for a living. She helps you get down to Costa Rica. When you write me and ask me if I can help you get to Costa Rica and find you a house, hell no, not me, but I'll definitely give you Sarah, pass you on to Sarah, let her do her thing. But she's been living here for years. She's got experience and she knows what she's doing. But some people come here and they've been here 3 months, 6 months. Hey, we'll start helping people relocate. We did it. Ah, really? It went great, right? Everything was right. We can help you get residency. We're experts. We can help you get residency. This whole thing kind of comes down to the whole contact thing. Who are you going to bed with and you letting in? Some of these things are serious and you can lose a lot of money. And what you don't want to do is be halfway through something and realize that this person or whoever you're working with doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Because here's the problem. It's not nothing. Everyone, I've said this a million times, nothing is black and white in Costa Rica except for nothing is black and white in Costa Rica. So when I can't tell you how many times people have commented on my videos and said, Michael, I did it like this, and this is the way it's done. Well, you're a dumbass, because yes, I'm not saying that it didn't work for you, but that doesn't mean it's going to work over there. Or it might work for you and 10 other people, and then it doesn't work all of a sudden. Now, see, I know these things because I've lived down here. I don't know if I'm an expert, but I got tons of experience and I got tons of knowledge. I think the reason I can resonate with some people is because not only do I know the laws, I know what's real. I know it's practical. A lot of people can go, well, I looked it up and it says that this is how it's done. Yeah, okay. So first of all, let's talk about immigration for a minute. Now, a lot of you guys know this. Some of you don't if you're new. You can get your residency yourself. You don't need anybody to help you get residency. I think it's around $700. Please, you guys out there, if you know better, is it lower, a little bit lower, a little bit higher? But you can do residency yourself. Now, do I recommend that? I don't know. Is your Spanish great? Are you good with? You don't care. You're good. You know that it has to be a timing thing. You have to get all your paperwork in a certain time. You could do it. $700. So when somebody says we'll help you get it, they're just doing stuff that you could do, and then it's just going to charge you $2,500 a person or something to do it, or something stupid, because literally the 700 or whatever that number is for the things you have to, the paperwork or shuffling or whatever that is. So you could do that yourself. So the problems with both relocation and immigration people that say they're experts in the field, they're experts until things go wrong. Do they have the contacts to fix something? Do they know how to fix something when it does go wrong? Because that's the problem. When everything goes right, do you know Costa Rica? I made a video, what was it, about, I don't know, a few months ago, my perfect day. One day out of 19 years did I have where everything the stars were aligned and everything just worked out perfectly. But that doesn't happen often. Anybody that lives here knows that. So when you're using people, because I don't know, maybe they're a little cheaper, but what happens? Do they know the right people? Can they get it fixed when something goes wrong? Or now are you knee deep in it and you can't change? I don't want to use these people. They don't know what the hell they're doing. So with immigration, I have my guy is, you know, he's a Chico, he's a lawyer, you know, so he can help. He, you know, he helps with problems, you know, all that kind of thing. So he can get your residency and he can answer questions. You know, he's the other people you're talking to probably looking shit up like right when you're asking them. Oh shit, I don't know that thing. So, and I also understand the hand holding thing. You know, I understand that you know, look, I don't want to get. I didn't want to get my residency myself. I don't want to do that. My Spanish is terrible. It would have been a nightmare. I probably would have never ended up in Costa Rica if I would have do my residency myself. So I totally understand where like relocation, you know, you want to come down here, you want to be picked up at the plane and you want Sarah to have your house, you know, your rental house, you know, and you can go into your house. I mean, that's fine. That's good. But Sarah knows people, knows things, has contacts, has experienced the good and the bad, had bad experiences and learned from them. Do you really want to be in the learning process of somebody new that doesn't really know what they're doing, even though they did it 9 months ago? I don't think so. Anyway, you guys that live here, please chime in on this because I know you've got stories. I know you've got feedback. I know you have, you know, good perspective, and you're probably more expert than most people out there. So I always appreciate you guys have the best comments, man. And I really appreciate that. So that's it. I'm Michael Allen, travelcostaricannow.com. Things are going to pop up, man. My videos, that one or that one. If you're thinking about Costa Rica, man, you got to check out my video there, and subscribe there. But always do your homework and research no matter where it is. All right, ciao.